Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Robert's train set. And yes, I'm down in the dining room. As some of you might know, I've got a bad shoulder, my left shoulder, and it's given me real chip. I have got some exercises to do from the physiotherapist, and I'm doing them. I'm about 4 weeks into a 6-week program. And yes, it's improving, shall I say. But it can be very painful to lift your arm up or anything like that. So basically, I've got, as you saw in my last proper video, I bought some bits, didn't I? A couple of the old controllers and a lot of them lights. And what I want to do is use one of them controllers to try and get the point that doesn't switch when it's meant to work, and then obviously I will connect the lights to that and to the other one. But I've not got the enthusiasm to go up there because I know I'm really going to hurt both my shoulders, because obviously the other one, I do have trouble with that one. So not great for going under a railway. So I'm going to show you a video, not the actual video because I think I'd get into copyright problems, but the name of a video that you might want to sort of search out and have a look at. And it's quite interesting in that a couple of very clever inventors have made a program, or rather a system, that will allow DC locos or trains to do a set route, like it was automatic. But this is all without any decoders in the locos, or there are some bits that they add into the track that you obviously would need to buy if they're going to do it, and a controller. But it is totally different to DCC and obviously train controller or iTrains as I use. But I was watching this and I thought it's a bit deja vu to me, because I'm going to show you in this video my very first upload, the very first one I did in, I believe, December 2018. And at that time I was using Hornby's E-Link with Railmaster. And one of the things you could do with Railmaster was you could run some trains and record it and then play that recording back. And that's what you're going to see in my first ever video that I did. It's about 10 minutes long. And from the beginning to the end, I did not touch the computer. In fact, I'm at one end of the layout. Now this was for my new subscribers, and I've had a few, thank you very much for coming on. This is down on the dining room table, in fact, where I'm filming this. And it hasn't actually grown an awful lot, the layout, not the main part of it, a little bit, but not a huge amount. So hopefully you'll see where I came from. And this was all recorded in one hit. I had no editing, nothing. I couldn't edit it, anything. And it was done on my still camera, my Panasonic still camera, which does take movies. And the thing you'll see with this is, if it loses the focus as things go behind buildings and whatever, it takes an awful amount of time to refocus. It's not the ideal camera for doing video. You can use it, and you have to allow, for things to catch up, really. So I'm going to show you that and have a look. And then if you have a look at this other video, so you see the similarities, shall I say. But yeah, things, they don't change. They might progress. And I think having been able to do this on DC is really good. If you've got a little DC layout and you'd like to just sit there and watch what you've asked it to do, it can be great, absolutely. And obviously I don't know the cost of the items that you need to do it, but I suspect it's going to be a lot cheaper than fitting decoders and everything in the locos, and then having to have all the control systems for it. So I just wanted to do a video for you just to keep myself going, but this arm is causing a lot of trouble, and you know, I don't feel at the moment I can go up and either do the work I want to do or do a video on it, or still photos probably more like. So we'll see how we go. I think the first thing I probably will do will be a live stream, probably just with me in, and I'll just run the trains manually so I don't have all the hassle that I usually get. So anyway, I hope you like this, and there are a lot of other videos that I did after this, and when you first start you don't get many views. You certainly don't get many views. But funny enough, this one that you're going to see has had over 700 now, but of course it's people going back to see how I started. So if you've already seen it, I am sorry, but I just wanted something to do, and I thought this would, you know, it ties today, or you know, the modern era now, to, you know, 5 years ago, 4 years ago. So anyway, everybody, rambling on as usual, and it's coming up to my tea time, my morning cup of tea at 10 o'clock. So I'll just let you see this. All right, everybody, cheers. So everybody, this was the start of it, and as I said, I couldn't edit, so I wanted to explain, so I did this, and there was no voice on this video. It was basically just the sound of the trains. So I just thought I'd do a few bits of voiceover on it, just to sort of keep you in the loop. So as you can see, I was 67 when I started my train set. And that was a year before I did this first video. And this is the Railmaster, and as you can see, I recorded this and it was all start, all finish. So you just click the button to start it, which is what I did, and then just started filming it. So you can see a lot of this is out of focus. You know, it was a complete new learning curve for me. I'd never done anything like this, and just thought, you know, I wanted to have a go, and it's doing that first one, just thinking, right, I'm going to film something, do the first one. Now, I didn't think I could control the trains and film at the same time, and I still can't very well. So the automated route seemed quite a good idea. So everything you see I did previously and just got the computer to record it. So I'll leave you with a bit of peace and quiet for a moment, and you can watch it and you can listen to the locos. So you might guess that I'm focusing on the HST and it's about to start up. But remember, this is all automatic. I did nothing to do. In fact, you can see the computer just to the right of the screen, you know, and I'm up the far end filming. So unless I've got very long arms, I couldn't influence it. So all the sounds and everything, and the turning off and the turning on, and the lights are all done automatically, which is more than I'm doing on Railmaster at the moment, to be honest. Which is more than I'm doing on iTrains, getting mixed up. So I'll give you a little longer to watch without my intervention. So I had to have a bit of steam on it, so here we go, and the steam engine is the last one, the steam train's the last one to get a depart, so off it goes. So I turned the sounds back on again, and it's a roundy roundy, and it's always been a roundy roundy, but I think you can see from this video that, you know, it's not changed an awful lot. It's got a little bit longer, and it's widened and got bits on the outsides, but it's not changed an awful lot, to be honest, and I'm happy with it, you know. If you're happy with it, then carry on, you know. And of course it's now up in the loft, as we've all seen, so it does give you a bit more scope to increase the outer part of it, which is what I've done. So as you can see, I've stopped the class 47, and I think the next one to stop will be the HST, and there we are. and the old steam goes round a bit longer because it started late, didn't it? I thought it was only fair. And yes, you know, the computer didn't know actually where the trains were. It just recorded what I'd done, and it wasn't particularly accurate, because as you'll see, when the steam train comes to a halt, it doesn't really line up where I think I originally did it. But you know, for a starter, I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, this steam engine should have been level with in fact it should have been in front of the HST, but there we are. But you know, I was happy, and it got me started. That's the important thing. If you're just thinking of doing a video, putting it to YouTube, do it. You know, once you do it, you get that enthusiasm, and you know, I don't think you can beat it, really. So just to finish this off, we're just going to turn the sounds off and turn the lights off. Little bit of a view of the layout, and you'll see it's not changed a lot. And I hope you've enjoyed this. Yes, I know it's a bit of a cop-out, but I really can't get up there and film or do any work at the moment. So I just wanted to do something different. And it, you know, to be able to maybe do this in DC without all the decoders that's obviously in all these trains, you know, is a big step forward, I would say. I mean, it's obviously down to cost and, you know, whether they produce it and you can buy it, you know, like everything else, I don't know. But we've also got the Hornby, you know, the Bluetooth stuff now. So it's certainly a changing, isn't it? Certainly changing. So I thought I'd just show you the details for that video to have a look at. And yeah, I did find it quite interesting. Cheers everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.